I
Time out.
I have a
Comedyfitness Podcast. What do you mention? I had to be in the
I have a
podcast. That's
bit
all.
I have a bit where I say that I'm at the age where I'm watching porn and I'm admiring the house behind it. I'm like, oh wow, that's a granite countertop. That's nice. That's nice. Is that an island on the kitchen? That's
Well,
nice. So I
you're
do this.
reminding
I talk about the foyer.
the interior of the house you're looking at, not the house behind it. I'm sorry. Oh, the interior of the house, of course. I'm thinking maybe they're doing it
Correct. I'm
outside.
looking at
They
the
could have been
interior of
doing
the
it
house
outside.
behind it. I'm like, oh wow, that's nice. So I brought this up to Angela Johnson because I was like, hey, what do you think about this? Because I don't really know too many terms for house buying because I've never really bought a house. So I'm like, what else can you like? I'm looking for
I think it's called
tags
house
to
buying.
help me. Right. I'm looking for tags like certain phrases that people who buy houses look into. So because all I know is foyer, island, and granite countertop, and then walk-in closet. That's kind of what I was playing with. And she's
Foyer.
like, "Oh, that has a TikTok that went super viral, and I had never seen it. And she showed it to me. And his bit is about how he's watching porn with VR glasses and he's looking around the house. That's his bit with the whole VR glasses. I had not seen that bit from him when I was already doing my bit. And I was gonna prepare to drop it. And Angela told me, she said, well, if you in your heart of hearts, you know that you didn't write it after you saw this guy's bit, then that's your bit. You just do it the way you do it. He's doing it with VR, he's doing whatever. But the important part is do you, in your heart of hearts, did you write that before you knew that somebody else had it? And the answer is yes,
I
right?
like the
So
heart of
that's what I
hearts thing.
think.
I like the heart of no, it's pretty pliable. The heart of
Well,
hearts thing.
it's
It's
where
pretty
you know
pliable.
to be like like, and
Yeah.
you're true, like, which is what
In my
Angela told
heart
me.
of
She was like, Neri,
hearts,
I know you. She's like in your, she's like, the way I just told you, the look that you had in your face, you couldn't act that out. Like that was real. Like that you didn't know that somebody else had that. And it wasn't even the same, but it's similar enough to be like, oh, you're looking around the house. But his whole thing was that he was looking at VR glass, he was looking at through VR glasses, and then he's just like, whatever. Like I don't
well,
have that
the
aspect of the VR glasses
well,
part. I don't
no,
have that.
I mean, I hear, comics talk about, linear thinking, joke stealing. It's a thing. It's a thing that goes on. But like, I like the heart of hearts thing. I like that. But let's rewind that
Well,
real quick
I
because
just
first of all,
like the
stealing
fact
is
that
wrong. But
it's
wait, time out. We got to rewind this really quick. VR porn. As a person who's really open minded about porn,
I don't
I think
have
that's too far. That's too far. That's too far. What do you think?
you
It's too far.
I you know, here's the thing. You're not
Mm.
open-minded about porn. I know you. And
Huh?
we've had in-depth conversations about
I'm
porn.
very open minded about everything.
You are not open-minded about porn. No, you're not.
Well,
No, you're not at
people
all.
should stick to
You are
normal
not.
stuff.
When I
People are too
first met
freaky.
you,
People are too freaky.
you
People
would
are too
make fun
freaky.
of people that had green hair. You were like,
I still
really?
make fun
Really?
of
You would
people that
date
have
somebody
green
with green
hair.
hair?
I
Really?
still make
Really?
fun of people that have green
No,
hair.
you literally said to me,
Their
really? You
hair
would
is
date
green.
somebody? You would like your wife to have gray? Yeah. That's
Would
not
you?
open-minded. You're not open-minded.
Okay,
Yes,
green
absolutely.
hair.
I told you this 10 years ago, and I'm telling you this now. Absolutely.
I'm
That I
very
would
open
not
minded.
blink. I
No
would
one
not
should have
blink.
green hair. But VR porn too far? No,
No, you're not
no.
open-minded. That goes to
Have
show
you
you
tried?
how
Tried
open-minded
it?
you're
No,
not.
I'm open minded. Have you
I don't
tried
have
the VR
VR. I don't
porn?
have the money for VR. I don't
I have
have money for
VR,
VR.
and
I don't
it's
have the
weird.
money for it.
VR porn is weird. But now I do think that
So
now
you did
going
try
down
it.
this rabbit
So you
hole,
did try
huh?
it.
No, I just looked real quick. I couldn't actually bring myself
So
to
that is true.
fruition.
That's literally
Couldn't do
trying
it.
it. That's
Couldn't do that.
literally what
Check
trying
it, check
VR
it.
porn is.
No, trying it would be actually masturbating to it. I just looked around and I said, "Oh God."
No, trying it would be, oh, you went on VR and you looked at porn. That's trying
Well,
VR porn.
let the listeners decide: is trying porn, jacking off to the porn, or just watching the porn? You be the judge. We need masturbation judges. That's what we
So
need out
wait,
there.
so you're saying if I read a Playboy magazine, if I look at a Penthouse magazine and read the articles and I don't jerk off, that's not the same as looking at a Playboy magazine?
That's a waste of a Playboy magazine. Playboy is also very tame,
Again,
but I mean, yeah, that's a waste of
but my
it.
question, the question stands the same. So that
The
if you don't
pages aren't
masturbate, you
sticky.
did not look at a magazine. If you don't masturbate, you didn't look at the magazine.
You didn't enjoy it. You looked at it.
No, no, I enjoyed reading the articles, but did I look at the magazine though?
Okay, you're damn near dyslexic. You've never read the articles in Playboy magazine. This is so hypothetical. It's crazy.
I'm giving you the ridiculous example that you're giving. If I
You're
unless I
ridiculous.
jerk off to it, then it's not using it. Absolutely wrong. They're wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the VR port. I mean, I guess it could be a thing. I'm worried about when they do put usable vaginas in robots. I think that's the end of civilization because I think there's a large subsect of men, a lot of MAGA voters, who would choose that over real women. Not, no, throw a little shade at the MAGAs. I haven't for a few podcasts, but I do think there's a subset of men, no kidding, that
I
will choose them. And there's been movies about this, Cherry 2000, other concepts, but I think that's truly the end of society.
well, here's the thing. I would say that if I had the money, if I could afford it,
Oh,
I would use that as well, as well as real women, not instead of, as well as real women. I would absolutely do that if I had the money, but I don't have the money, so it's nothing to worry about. So
so what you would mix and match? What? When you wanted to be nagged, you get a real one. When you want, I mean, no, I'm asking. Like what
it's
would
such
made
a
you pick?
hacky
Like,
joke.
oh,
No,
something be
w-
easy, something be
if
easy, something be easy, something be bad. Like
if it
what
would
things would you
be
pick?
up
What?
to it would be up to, well, I'm married, so it would be up to my wife. If my wife was like, "Oh, I'm not in the mood," I'm like, "Good, I'm gonna go fuck a robot then."
Your wife
That's
would
what I
give
brought her
you
for.
think your wife would allow a robotic side piece?
Yeah. My wife would
Hmm.
absolutely do that. She would that the way she sees it. She would buy me a pocket vagina. She almost bought me um the flashlight. And the only reason she did it is because I was like, I don't want to have to go through the cleaning. That was
So
her
I'm
reasoning for me
thinking
not getting it, is
the
my call. I
cleaning,
was like, yeah.
the cleaning of the said device.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's yeah. You know, I remember when I was a kid when oh god, in Johnny's sister's sock drawer we found one once, and I remember I was like 12, and I remember thinking like something's inside that, and I remember I remember thinking like I bet they've never cleaned it because I saw the rest of their house, and I'm like they don't clean the rest of their house. I doubt if they're cleaning this vagina. And I remember thinking that like stuff, and ever since then, I thought fake vaginas are kind of weird. But now going back to the robot, I think it's going to be the end of society. I think like no lie, society falls after this. We're on the way anyways. But you're saying that a lot of wives might just say, "Hey, let's outsource the hard part of marriage, anyways, which is the fucking, and just outsource it to a robot, like you would Alexa or Siri, like we
I
do a
think a
lot of
lot of
tasks
I think
already."
well, yeah. Well,
I
there's a
like
lot
that.
of marriages that are already outsourcing it with vibrators and sex toys. They're already That's performance enhancing. They're already doing that.
Yeah, I've been married several
So
times. One of
some
my
women don't.
marriages,
Some
the
women,
sex was outsourced. That is true. I did outsource the sex on one marriage.
yeah.
It's true. It's
Some
true.
women would not
It's called
appreciate
adultery, but still,
they won't even appreciate what one some marriages, some women think that even a man watching porn is cheating. They consider
oh
that
God,
cheating,
I saw
which
this
is
country
absurd and
singer.
ridiculous in my opinion.
Did,
But
did you see this country singer do some song about micro cheating? For fuck's sake, she called it micro cheating, and I'm
micro
pissed.
cheating?
I'm
What's that?
pissed. Like exactly. She like think it was like little thing. I want to pull up the video. I wish we had a better assistant. Sorry, Alexa, you suck. All right, if you guys at home pull it up, it's this country singer talking about micro cheating, and examples are like, oh, smiling at a girl that you don't know or something like it was like micro cheating, like as stupid as you think the word micro and cheating can go. It has nothing to do with actually touching anybody or actually even having carnal thoughts. It's like micro cheating, like opening up a door for someone. I want to see the song, but it's ridiculous. How do we feel about micro cheating? I want to. I
Didn't
think
know
she
it
should
was a
be.
thing. I
Yes,
didn't know micro cheating was a
it's not
thing.
a
I
thing.
didn't. I
It shouldn't
never heard
be.
that phrase before. Yeah.
Yeah,
My
this
wife
is the
told me
thing.
about this
All right.
phrase like 8 years ago. I want to say 8 years ago. My wife told me about a friend of hers that was their marriage was in trouble because the guy was having emotional cheating, and I didn't think that was a thing. I was like, "What the fuck is
Oh
emotional
no,
cheating?"
that's a thing. I do a bit about emotional terrorism. That's what that is about.
Emotional terrorism, I get. Emotional
No,
cheating, I don't understand what that is.
I
So
I
I don't
I call
know
them the
what to say
same
to
thing,
that.
but because women like because it's like terrorism. Women just pop out of nowhere. But women consider cheating like if you talk to another woman like about your feelings, which I actually can. That
Yeah,
actually kind of makes sense. If you
yeah.
share things with someone else that is not your partner, I can see that being cheating.
That's just
It's the
called being
micro
a
part.
human.
Well,
That's just called being a. That's just called being a human.
we share things,
You're
right?
you're not because you're in a relationship with somebody. You're not allowed to be a human with anybody else. That
Some
sounds
people think
absurd
that.
to
Some
me.
people think that. Some people think that.
Again,
Not
again,
healthy.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, that
As a life
doesn't sound
coach,
healthy at
I'm
all.
here to
Like,
tell
you
you
can
that's not
only be
healthy.
a human being with me. You can only be a human being with me. Like, I don't understand how that's a thing. But okay,
Well,
sure.
I mean, again, another thrown around term, but narcissists would say that. Like, you can only do this, you can only feel this with me. I only want you to feel that way with me. I mean, being a tad narcissistic, I kind of, I could see how that could go. Yeah, I could see doing that. But now, the micro cheating, which is ridiculous, it goes on along with the other term, microaggressions. You've heard that term before, right?
I've heard the term
Which
before.
microaggressions were the same thing. It's like little tiny slights. A lot of times they talk about them in terms of race and stuff like that. But
Well,
I
I know
think
what the
all
word
aggressions have to
micro.
be
I understand
macro.
what the word micro
Well,
means,
yeah,
but no, I disagree with that. But I understood what the word micro means. I just don't
micro Trump's
understand
penis.
the micro cheating. But the cheating part is the part that I have an issue with when you combine those two words because to me there's no micro. You either cheat or you don't cheat. There is
You
no
just
in
went.
between.
You just went vertical
I know.
on
I
me.
don't know why. I don't
I'm
know
not sure if
why.
the people at the home see that, but it went vertical. Well, now you went vertical again.
Oh, there you go.
Now you're back to you. Mm-mm. No, now,
Yeah. So I think
well,
that's the problem. That's the issue that I have with that. Is like you're either it's like Yoda. There's cheating and there's not. There's no try. There's no in between. You either
there
cheat
is
or you
no
don't cheat.
there is no maybe.
Right.
There is fuck or not fuck. There is no maybe. I get you. Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. Okay. All right. This is the
The
total complete sidebar.
microaggressions, I completely understand microaggressions. That to me makes sense because it doesn't have to be macro. Microaggressions are like the death by paper cuts. There is like you could get paper cutted enough where after a while it builds up.
Paper
That makes
cutted.
sense to me.
You could get paper cutted enough. You could get paper gutted if you get paper cutted enough.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see that. You could actually
Yeah.
make weapons out of paper. I saw some, some Japanese school students were doing some ninja stuff. Not racist at all. But okay, now microaggressions, Comedy Fitness Podcast. We got to go to some fitness. We got to talk about fitness. First of all, we've highlighted your fitness journey, for a while now, man. And people have made some jokes. I've seen some stuff online to where Comedy Fitness Podcast, but now Nery Signs is, all fit and shit, and kind of do his own thing. Went from big guy to
I'm
small
wearing a
guy and
sweater.
shit. And no, yeah, right now you look a little bulky. Frankly, you should, you know, yeah, I've heard it too.
Well,
People
I'm
say
wearing
it
a
to me, "Hey,
sweater.
I should wear
The
something
reason I bring that
thinner."
up is because I never used to wear sweaters because I never got cold, and now I get cold because now I don't have anything, and I don't have any insulation anymore. So now I wear sweaters all the
Insulation.
time because I'm always
Mhm.
cold.
We've done that insulation joke a
Mm.
few podcasts a bit, but it was a good commercial. Maybe AI will turn into another commercial, but it's true. Fat people need warmth. I even had fat people at the beginning of the video. But now we've highlighted this
No,
journey, man. You're on this
it's the
journey.
other way around.
Huh.
It's the other way around.
Fat
Fat
people
people
need
have
don't
warmth.
even have
They
warmth.
have built-in warmth. They don't need will. They
I'm
don't
sorry.
need it. They have it.
It is true.
And yeah, yesterday after the show, I was doing a meet and greet after the show, and this old lady shook my hand. She's like, "Oh my God, you were so good." I'm like, "Thank you." And I shook her hand, and she said to me, "Oh my God, your hands are freezing." And I said, "They're always cold." And she goes, "You should wear a sweater." And I'm like, "I should."
Mhm. I'm
Yeah.
missing my will like blubber for what I was your size, ma'am. Was she a large woman?
No, she's not. She
Oh,
wasn't big at
okay.
all. She wasn't big
Okay.
at all. She just said, your hands are cold."
While we're throwing shade at fat people, because we're both former fatties, we're allowed to do this. Are fat people allowed to ride motorcycles? I made a note and I wanted to discuss that with you. Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, that's
Oh,
why wouldn't it be?
oh, just visually. Is
Like,
it
what would be your
okay?
logic? What would be your logic behind it? What would be your logic behind them not being able to?
First of
Like,
all, I mean the center of gravity. I don't know if it helps or hurts, but I always worry about them tipping. But maybe low center of gravity, heavier physics. They stick to the road more. I've always found it. visually unappealing to see someone very large coming down the road on two wheels. Same with the bike, but I just saw it the other day. I was going to
So
CVS
this is gonna be
to buy
this
some
is look,
diapers.
man. This is
Huh.
you are very much a fattest. You
What?
don't like
Jesus
vision. You don't
Christ!
like fat people at all. You
I
don't
what?
like fat people at all, dude. You don't like them
I,
visually. You do
that's
not
not
like
true.
fat
I'm a
people. You do
former
not like
fatty.
fat
I like
actresses. You
fat
do
people.
not. Yes, that's very
That's
true.
not true. I like
Very
fat
true.
actors
You
and
and I have
actresses.
talked about you.
Hmm?
No, you and I have talked about
What?
TV shows where you're like, I didn't like that
Precious
they
should have won an
casted her because
Academy
she's
Award.
fat.
Oh, but it matters on the role.
It doesn't. That's not what I'm talking about.
Matters on the role.
Yeah.
Matters on the role. I have
And I'm
nothing
just
against
like, fat people are fat
listen,
people. Why do just let them
large,
be? Who
large,
cares?
large people are people, and they deserve rights. They don't deserve. They don't deserve my seat in the plane. They don't deserve that. When it's spillover, the spillover. By the way,
No, no,
I
you're
got
bullshitting now
no.
because you're on air. You're
I
bullshitting now
got I
because you're
got
on
four
air.
thousand
You're
miles. I
bullshitting now
got four.
because
No,
you
no,
have
no, no,
literally
no.
said to
We're
me,
barely
I
on air.
don't like seeing. You literally
I
said to
have
me, I
four
don't like seeing
thousand.
fat people on TV. You said that to me.
It matters in the role. If the role is fat, then yeah. But if the role can be given to a normal
If the role
sized
doesn't have anything
person,
to do with if what do you mean if the role is fat?
if the
If the
role
story's not
doesn't
about a fat person,
involve the
if the story doesn't involve weight at all, one way or the other, you have a problem with with them casting a fat person.
well, yes,
If the
if the
role has
story
nothing
is
to do
not
with fat or not.
if the story is not calorie driven, if it doesn't involve cake or some type of carb or another baked good, then they should give it to a normal sized person.
What in normal
What?
size?
Normal
See, that's the
sized people?
problem because in
Huh?
America, fat is normal size.
You know what? I got a quick sidebar. I do enjoy the way you say America. It's with a very strange accent. I don't know if that's Nicaraguan in you, but I do like the way you say America because it's almost like
It's called
Hispanic redneck.
immigrant.
America. I love you say, and you say it. You say it like there's a chance. When you say America, I hear hope. When I say America, I know what I mean. It's more of a slur. But you say
Well,
America,
that's
like
it.
I hear it. I hear it.
That
I
is
go,
it.
America. And I saw your fingers point up in the fucking air. I like that. All right. All right. So fat people can
So
ride
in
motorcycles.
America, fat is normal.
Okay.
Yes, fat people can
Oh,
do
in America.
everything. They should be
Okay,
able
in
to do
America,
everything.
fat is incredibly normal in America. We're the second fattest country in the world. Mexico beat us, which I understand. The food is delicious. All right, comedy
Because
fitness. We got
because the food is delicious. What are you talking about? Of
it
course.
is delicious. It is. I don't blame Mexicans. I'd be fat too. Um, okay, pop culture moment. There's some pop culture stuff that's happening right now that I don't understand, Nery, and you are my guru to help me understand this stuff. Okay, retro jeans are coming back.
Six,
Right.
seven.
Okay, 6'7". I've shot at it a couple times at my PG show. I've used it and not know what it meant. We'll talk about that first. I've asked my
Okay,
kid and he just
so
giggled at me.
there
69, but
so
not.
there's a good TikTok lady that explains it and what it means, and there's different meanings
Oh,
depending on the age of the child that's saying it.
okay. You have three
So
children.
she's talking about so in the 4 to 7 year old range, 4 to 7 year old range, they're saying 6, 7, and it means absolutely nothing. They're just copying their older siblings. 6, 7. They're
Copy that.
saying it because their older siblings are saying it. They have no idea what they're saying it. They have no idea what it means because to them it means nothing.
Okay.
In the 8 to 12, 8 to 13 range, they're saying it in the middle school range. They're saying it to be as annoying as humanly possible. They know that it annoys adults, and they are saying it just to be
Oh,
annoying. That
oh,
that is their reasoning. That is their logic behind it. If you ask them what it means, to to them it means that it's a good way to annoy somebody, to annoy
oh.
an adult specifically. Now in the high school range, in that range, they're saying it 6, 7, which is why they do this, is because it's mid. It's something that is not great, but not bad either. It's fine. It's okay. It's not great, but it's not bad either. So, like,
Means
how would
mid,
you rate something? I would rate it in the middle, like
mid.
6, 7.
Because I've seen them use the word mid, like, Declan says mid, so it's mid. It means mid. 6'7" means mid, basically.
I can't hear anything you're saying now. Let
Six
me
seven
let me
means
get
mid.
out
What
because that
happened?
was my
What
fault
happened?
because I
Is
had
it
an
me?
alarm come in, so I can't hear what you're saying. Let me get out and then I'll come back in.
Okay, get out, come back in. Okay. Comedyfitness Podcast. Sometimes we have technical difficulties. Got to deal with these technical issues. It can't all be AI. I'm a real person. See the gap in my tooth? That is a real gap. That's a real gap. It's not an AI gap. Just waiting for Nery to come back. We're turking about turking. We're turking. We're turking. We're turking and jerking. We're talking about the pop culture phenomenon that is 6'7". Kids are saying 6'7" a lot. I'm trying to figure out what it means. Nery said it means mid, which I believe. I thought it was just two away from a 69, which means you're almost there. So I guess that could almost be mid. But and look, the power of technology. We have Nery Science back who just explained
There you
mid.
go.
Thank you. Well, thank you that you explained mid. Okay, so explain that to me. I like that 6'7". You're good at this. You're doing good. You're doing good. Um, what's up with the retro dreams right now? Because I don't like the high waisted jeans. I know they've been back for a while, but it's not just the high waisted. I saw acid wash come back, and the whole thing. The holes have gotten ridiculous. They've been ridiculous for a while. But I saw
I don't
acid
think
wash
acid
come
wash
back
ever
in
really went
denim.
anywhere, to be honest with you.
It went away because I was into it because it was Raiders, bro. I was dude, acid wash. I was there when it
I
started. I thought it was for
I
us,
don't think
bro.
I don't think acid wash. I don't
Raiders.
recall acid wash going anywhere. What I do notice coming back are the super absurdly baggy pants,
Baggy
baggy jeans,
kids are baggy again. You
and
cannot see their form. Kids are baggy again. They
yeah,
are 90s baggy, 90s level
which
baggy.
is something. As much as I would like to be like I want to be hip and I want to be in style. I just got to the size that I could wear skinny jeans. So I just got here. So I'm gonna rock that for as long as I can because I
Hey,
just got here. Like
I,
I can't just shrink to get to work as hard as I've worked to get to the size that I'm at now and then go back to wearing baggy jeans. It doesn't fuck you.
dude,
That's
you
not fair
just
to
got to
me.
the
It's
party
just not
and they
fair.
changed the dress code. You just got to the party and they're like, "Oh no, we don't do
Yeah.
that anymore."
I
I
just
just
got
got here.
here.
I haven't even gotten
Oh
punched yet.
no. By the
Oh,
way, the dress code is what you were doing for the first 39 and a half years of your life. It's like, oh wait, but
yes,
I
yes,
just okay.
yes. The
Yeah.
dress code is hide your body, but I want to show it now. I know, but we're hiding it again. When we were showing it, you were fat. Sorry, fucker.
Yeah,
Wrong
yeah.
decade. All right, I know. I
I
don't
was
get it.
hiding it the whole time and then they're like, no, no, no. So I
Okay,
that's
but
to me
no.
is I don't care about anything else. Just the skinny and baggy is where I have an issue with. Everything else I'm
Okay,
fine with.
well, Common Fitness Podcast. Let's talk about that for a minute. How naked are you now? Not in this moment. I see how naked you are. Are you like in your daily life? Are you finding excuses to be like, I think I can go shirtless here? Like I have a guy in my neighborhood who's naked all the time. He wears biker shorts and nothing else and walks his kid
Let's
all the time.
to the audience. Let's clarify that Don Gray considers anybody that's not wearing a shirt naked, which is
Naked,
an absurd and ridiculous statement. But that
naked.
is his
You
statement. That is his
heathen.
statement. Yeah,
Cover your
yeah,
nipples for Christ, unless you're a woman. Cover
yeah,
your nipples. Cover those nipples. It's obscene. It's
yeah.
obscene. Male nipples are gross.
Yeah. So it's not
But
so
I got a
to the
guy in my neighborhood.
audience, that's not a bit. That's not a bit. He really does believe that. He really does believe if a man is wearing, he could be wearing pants. If you take your shirt off for whatever reason, maybe you're exercising and you're exercising in workout pants and you have sneakers on. If you take off your shirt, you are to Don Gray, you are naked. That's not a bit.
It
That's
it
really what he
no,
believes.
well,
It's absurd and
I
stupid, but
do
that's what he really
I
what he
do
believes.
say I do throw out cover your nipples now. It's part of another joke, but I do say cover your nipples, but it's not part of it. I do say cover your nipples. But I think that's funny. Cover
But
your
it's
nipples.
really your mentality. It's really your logic. You really believe that
Yeah,
guys are naked if they don't have a shirt on.
yeah. That's how I come
Yeah,
up with any of
that's
this
which is
stuff.
absurd and stupid.
I think
But
differently.
in my
Stupid's not nice. I am absurd.
to answer your question,
Very absurd.
I have no problems in taking my shirt off. I've had no problems taking my shirt off for like the last 4.5 years. So it
I
doesn't make a
remember.
difference if the if it's appropriate in the sense of playing basketball, playing sports, something along those
Mhm.
lines. I'm okay with any of that. Working out, I'm fine. Working out, I wouldn't take off my shirt because I believe in good gym etiquette, which is wipe down equipment, which is,
Yes.
like that, all of that stuff. If I'm working out in a gym, if I'm working out doing free weights and stuff, I have no problems in taking my shirt off. That to me, I
Yeah,
don't find that
that's
naked.
are you more
But
naked
for the
now though?
most part, in regular life,
Are you more naked now?
for the most part in regular life, I'm still the way around. No, I have sweaters now. I wear sweaters. I get cold.
Because you're
We
cold.
talked about this.
You're less naked. Oh, okay. I thought maybe,
Yes.
with the weather permitted, I could see you just go boom because for no reason. Like the guy in my neighborhood. Naked guy.
No, but if
Oh,
it's weather
yeah.
permitted, if I'm outside, if I'm exercising, if I'm walking, let's say I'm hiking, I'm taking a hike or something, I would absolutely. But I've been doing that for the last 4 years. I don't do that more so now than I had before. I just, yeah, that's to me, it's not
Oh,
a
okay.
problem. Taking off my shirt
Okay.
is not. It hasn't been a problem for years. Yeah.
Comedyfitness Podcast. Before we do the big plug, I gotta mention this real quick because I think everybody has one of these. Do you have a crazy person in your neighborhood that is known in your neighborhood for being interesting?
Nobody in my neighborhood knows each other. We
Might
don't
be
know
you.
anybody
Might
that
be
lives
you.
next
Might
to
be the
us.
crazy person. Then you might be you. But we
I've
have,
never
but
been
yeah,
there, so how can
modern
that
life.
be?
We have a crazy lady in our neighborhood that we call Crazy Mary. I call her the Emperor. Even I found out her real name is Kathy because I. It's funny. I don't talk to people in real life except for crazy people. You know me. I'm kind of anti like meeting them, but I will engage crazy people for fun. I do think it's fun. So Crazy Mary, her name is Kathy, but the Emperor. She gives you the thumbs up or thumbs down as you drive through the neighborhood, depending on your driving speed and performance. It's mostly speed, even though I've messed with the speed before. The other day, I've lived here 2 years and I've engaged this woman a lot. I say, hello, how are you? Hi, ma'am. I wave and stuff because I think it's funny to go slow and wave at her. Yesterday, I got the thumbs up for the first time ever. And I'm trying to figure out how I feel about it. She's insane,
You
and
love it.
she gives everybody this who comes down like 5 miles an hour, bro. Like
Yeah.
she's crazy. She jumps out of the way. She's walking on the sidewalk. If you're coming down the street, she jumps off the sidewalk into a bush. It's at that level crazy. She can injure herself doing the jump, but she's afraid of your car on the street. And she gave me this. She approved of my
Yeah.
speed and she
You
didn't
love it.
jump.
You love it. You love it.
I'm kind
You
of
love
into
it.
it. I'm kind of into it. But
That's how
like,
you feel
okay,
about it.
because we're in
Of
that business,
course.
right? We get approval from
You
strangers,
love
right?
any kind of approval. Any kind of approval you love. You specifically, you love any kind of approval.
Oh, okay. Please, pot kettle. Okay, okay, okay.
I didn't
Shave
say I
much?
don't,
You
but
live
I
under a
said
tree.
the question was I don't know how I downgrade feel about it. That I'm responding to your question. I'm not saying I don't approve. I don't crave a stranger's approval. I'm
You're
saying
great.
I'm answering your question. You love
You're
it
craveable.
because you love attention, approval.
Oh, okay. Well, again, pot kettle, and we're right now. You're a damn potluck with the amount of kettles here right
But
now.
again,
The County
pot
Fitness
kettle, there's no
Podcast.
reason to even bring up the pot because you asked a question about the kettle. I'm answering the question for the kettle that the kettle asked. I'm not, there's no even reason to bring up the fact that there's a pot in the room because the kettle asked a question about the kettle. So I'm answering the question for the kettle.
Your whole kitchen at this point, with the attention that
Oh
even
my
off this
God,
question, even off
Jesus Christ.
this. I mean, but I'm just saying, I'm throwing it back. Whatever. But Guy for this podcast, go do the big plug. Got some big plugs coming on. First of all, plugging this podcast. Confidence Podcast is up and going. Things are feeling good. It's going to get released today. Do some commercials for it, and then got some shows coming up that I will release
I
at a
don't think
later
it's gonna
date.
get released today.
Oh, it actually get released. Well,
I
I
don't think
actually
it's gonna
slated for
happen today.
November. It's slated for November 1st. Slated for November 1st. It's a good chance it gets released earlier though, but it's slated for November 1st. What do you got going on? You got any big shows coming up? Got anything being released? I know we're close to being monetized. What should we do? You froze. No, you freeze again. Okay. Well, you can check out Nery at Nery Signs on all your platforms, whether it's Facebook, Twitter. I think it's called X now, unfortunately. Instagram, and wherever you have your Nery fitness needs. And this has been the Comedyfitness Podcast. And remember, as always, laugh your ass off. Oh, wait, he's back. He's back in horizontal. I just
Is
closed the
that
show.
every
Yeah.
time
Oh, yeah.
every time I get a phone call, every time something comes into my phone, which I put do not
Do not
disturb, but
disturb.
somehow the calls are still coming in. I don't understand how, but
You're very
every time I do
popular.
that, and then so
You're very popular. What do you want to plug
uh,
besides that hat? 49ers.
November 19. I love again. You are very. It's
Oh
so funny,
boy.
man. I
What?
thought about
Whoa.
this today.
Woof. Whoa. Oh.
There's
Why
a
so
couple of
much
my
thinking
friends. A
about me?
couple of my friends. A couple of my friends are so old that they
Ugh.
think they're very cavematic at the way they think. And
Did you say
you
cave-matic?
saw
Did
this
you say
hat and you're like, that hat's
cave-matic?
gay. Yeah.
I didn't say that hat
Yeah.
was
I was gonna
gay.
say Neanderthalic, but I thought cavematic is funny. You did say
Cave-matic.
this. You
Like
said this hat was
illmatic?
gay when you first saw it a month
Not
ago.
right now, because I found out your kid
No,
bought it.
you
So
said it a
that
month
they had it.
ago.
It was a while ago. I
No,
didn't say
that's not
that.
true. My
I
kid
didn't.
did not buy, but my kid did not buy it.
Who
My kid
bought it
did
for
not
you?
buy it. My wife bought
Who
it.
bought it?
My
Okay,
my
your
my half
wife bought it.
my
Sorry,
wife bought it
your
for me.
wife bought it for you, which immediately made that
But
hat.
that doesn't change the fact that you thought the hat was gay because
Yeah,
it has
but I mean,
different colors.
I didn't mean gay in like a homophobic type way. I meant gay in sort of like, kind of
But
gaudy.
no,
I meant
you said
gay in the same way you would say it looks Puerto Rican if it was racist. Like it's too many colors. It's just too many colors. But I get it. It's the catch thing going on. It's the colors are for the catch, the critical catch colors. I believe this. It's for cancer, right? It's just that could
yes.
scare cancer away.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
could
yeah.
actually
But that's not
scare
the
the
reason.
cancer away.
But
Ah,
you're ridiculous. But
Hmm.
I am promoting November 19th at the Miami Improv. I have a show November 19th. So Miami
Nice.
Improv, go to miamiimprov.com, get your tickets. So make sure you guys check that out. And then check out everything in on my feed is at Nery Signs. If you don't know how to spell that, if you're listening to the audio version of this, you could go to whatwashisname.com, which is my website, whatwashisname.com. And then you can subscribe to all my social media on there and check that out.
Yes, and again, Don Gray, Comedy Fitness Podcast. Please like and subscribe. I need as many followers as I can. I love you all very, very much, and I promise to come to your house personally and thank you. All right, man. See you soon, brother. And
Because
remember,
you're an approval whore because you need people's approval.
at this point, I'm whoring out. I'm at the end of I'm at the end of this road, so I'm whoring it out. That looks like blood you're drinking. You're not a vampire. Comedy Fitness. Remember, laugh your ass off. Bye, Nery. Love you, man.